Hey everybody, welcome to Luminate sessions or whatever we're going to call this. Harnick and I are hopefully going to be doing some videos for the easier things to think about through Luminate and what that might be. Um, so yeah, let me share my screen and let's get into some just of the easier things to walk through in the opening thing that you might see in Luminate. So luminate.centennialcollege.ca, Google Luminate, go to My Centennial academics page, and then scroll all the way down. You see Luminate. I'm sure that'll be changed as we are working in it fully in January. And this is what you will find. Sign in is the exact same as eCentennial, so it's a single sign on whether you're in My Centennial, eCentennial, or Luminate, and it will log you into this page. This is called the institution page. It has some, you know, wording up here or some information based on what's happening within the system. Please note that students don't have any access after January 31st. Faculty will not have any access to eCentennial after February 28th. So I do suggest if you want to export some of those files, which I'll be posting a video about shortly, you do that and keep some of your backups and whatnot. They also have a bunch of faculty resources you can work through based on Luminate and Blackboard Ultra, which is the thing we're working with now. The next thing I'm going to point out is this nav bar on the left. This is going to be how you navigate through the um, whole software or LMS system. The second page here will be Ian Campbell for me. It will be your name for you, and it's basically your profile page. You can change your image. You can change a whole bunch of information on how personal you would like to make it, pronunciation, pronouns, whatever you want to put in there. You're more than welcome to do that. Uh, Below that, we have activity. So this is a stream of what's happening, what's been posted, what's that. When I taught in this, I didn't really focus on the activity page too much because it gets fairly busy with a few different courses going on. But it's something there you can keep an eye on. I'm sure it's a good factor for students to see what's been posted or what's new. Below that is the courses tab, and this is going to be the most important thing, in my opinion. Uh, I've saved it so that I log into this page and I'm able to access everything and work through what I need to. Everybody will have their sandbox here, and you can work through that. A few things that I've noticed on the courses tab is pinning. Everybody wants to pin their favorite courses or the one they're working on right now. Well, now it's called favorites, and it's this purple star right here. If we click on that, that will depin my favorite, or let's just add this one here. So this course here, I want to make it one of my favorites. I'm teaching it in the new year. While it may not be my favorite, so it's now moved up to the top. I could do that for any course I want, and it'll bring it up just like it would on eCentennial with the pinning. I'm going to take that off now, so it goes back, and there you go. A few other things on the courses page. This up in the top left here will be your grid or your list. When you log in, you'll probably see it as a list like this. I didn't like it. I missed the images. I wanted to see, that personalized course shell kind of feel that eCentennial has. So I found this grid option works better for me, where I can kind of differentiate between the courses based on the image. I like to set up, even if I have two courses similar in the same semester, I'll set up a different image to know which one I'm using and so forth. Just like on the other system, we have terms, or you could filter what you want to find on this page here. Now, if you've changed this and you lose a course, it's not lost. You just need to go in and rechange the parameters so that you can find it in the for when if you ever lose it. Below that is organizations. Organizations is just like the big course shells that we need to have. So we've built in by we I say Carol, built in automotive and motorcycle department shell. It has the question bank for the Halderman in there. If you have any issues copying things over later on, we'll make another video on that. And the most important thing, in my opinion, is going to be this. Getting Started with Luminate. This is where you're going to find out any nuanced information you need to know for Luminate. This will be able to build the whole course. There's references, there's videos, there's better than this way into that organizational shell. So please, if you have any questions, work through that. It does walk you through step by step on how to do things and what you need, tests, copying things over, and all that stuff. So a huge resource there for all faculty, and I hope you guys dive in there and work through it. The last thing I'll show you on here, the calendar is pretty self-explanatory, grades and tools, but the messages tab. And you can use the messages tab because people are using that Getting Started with Luminate course shell and adding questions in there. So if you see that, you may see a bunch of people that have commented on it. And if you have any questions, throw it in there, see if people respond back. And that's pretty much the layout of how Luminate kind of works. We'll be doing videos further on how to get into the course and do all that stuff. You can click on it. Oh, one last thing before I finish this video up, though, is all these images say locked. And that just means that Banner has them not starting until January 6th. So they'll be locked for students until that date. And from what I understand, things are always changing with this and they're trying to make it better and work through some of the bugs. But from what I understand, students will not have access until the Banner start date. So you can go in and change the start date earlier. It won't allow the students in, and by the next day, it'll probably revert back to a locked page from, again, what I have been told and what I understand. That may change in the future, but if you're messaging students via the course shell prior to the start date, they won't see it until that time. So keep that in mind. Maybe use email or whatever you need to do, or just plan for those messages to be received the day of the course opening instead of a few days before, depending if you need that or not. And I think that will conclude what we'll do on this video. They're going to be shorter videos that hopefully help with good titles that explain what's going on. If you have any questions, feel free to email me or Harnick, and we will do our best to field what they are. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.